Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Thryss if you are new, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm very happy to have you. I hope you will subscribe and leave a like and a comment below, even if it's just an emoji. So today we have a yarn review. This is Berroco Bozzolo. I will let you look at the swatch while I tell you a little bit about this yarn. So this is a 100% cotton made in Italy. It is a worsted weight, 240 yards or 220 meters, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. So this says that your knitting needle size is a 4.5 to 5 millimeter, and your crocheting needle or hook size is a 5 millimeter or H. I can't say anything as to the knitting needles as I don't knit. I did use a 5 millimeter for this swatch. I usually try to use the recommended size that they say, just so I can give you a recommendation if I think that is accurate. So this is in the color 10831 Blue Metal Mark. Now, I have not worked up the entire cake, but I have worked a decent bit of it. And this is the remaining color work that's left. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to insert a clip here and show you from somewhere on the interwebs what other colors they have available. Okay, so I am at Berroco's website to show you the different colorways of this Bozzolo yarn. You can get this on yarn.com. You can get it at Webs, which is the same thing as yarn.com. It will come up either way. You can also get this at Yarn Inspirations. Berroco Bozzolo, feathery soft, offered in a beautiful range of multis and solids. Bozzolo is 100% cotton yarn from Italy, smooth with a tint of shine. Bozzolo has the delightful feel you expect from cotton, while its construction gives it an airy lightness, and that is very true. So later in this video, I tell you that I feel like this is Berroco's answer to Juniper Moon Farms' Cumulus line. So this is not claiming to be a Mako cotton, but it is constructed to feel like Mako cotton, I think, and it comes real close. Honestly, this is the best non-Mako cotton I've ever felt. So I do really like this. So there are 7 solids and 5 multis. So the first solid that we have is called Sycamore Tussock 10801, and it looks to be kind of a light bone color, kind of a cream bone color. It almost looks like it has a pinkish tint, but I don't think it does. I think that's just maybe the filter, because I do believe I saw this one in my LYS, and it was more like a bone cream color. Then we have Spice Bush 10803, and this is a very light baby petal pink. Then we have this one, which is beautiful. This one is called Stinging Rose, and it is a very pretty rose pink, but kind of has like a coral tint to it. It's a beautiful color. Very spring for sure. And then we have this daffodil looking yellow. It's called Cinnabar, and the number is 10811. Very bright, very sunny, happy cherry color. And then we have Cecropia 10810, and this is a very light baby blue. Makes you think of a spring sky. And that number is 10810. Then we have Saddleback 10806. This is like a periwinkle delphinium blue. So it's like what I call, I did not come up with it, lots of people call it this, but when you think of blurple, a blue purple, usually it's dark. This is like a pastel blurple. So it's that you look at it and sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks purple. Blurple. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. All right, this is called Woolly Bear. I love that. That's super cute. 10815, and this is a very lovely lavender. Okay, so now we're getting into the multis. This is called Sagebrush 10830, and this is the daffodil yellow. I do believe that they complement each other. I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure, so don't take that to the bank. But it does look like the yellow solid would match the somewhere in the range of yellow in here. There is a nice blending. This is technically a self-striping, but it has a beautiful gradient to the transition of colors. So as you can see, between that yellow and that pink, it does make a really pretty corally orange color. And then we get to the pink, then we get to a sage sort of green, and then we get to what looks like a light gray. Okay, and then here's the one that I am doing the swatch of, Blue Metalmark 10831, and you'll see in there it has different shades of blue and teal and gray. Very, very pretty. Okay, this is called, let's see, that brown makes it hard to see the words. Okay, Zebra Snowtail 10834. It has a pinkish outside that goes into brown, which goes into an olive green, and then a brighter grass green. And then we have yellows and orange, and then it goes kind of boomerangs back into the yellow and the green. This one is called Monarch 10835, and on the outside is a magenta that goes into a pink and tan. Then we have like an apricot orange that goes into kind of a corn yellow. Looks like there's a bit of gray in there, and then that pink hue comes back out, and then it goes into like a berry color, a darker berry color. And then the final one here is called Pavon 10836. Please forgive me if I butcher any of these names. So the outside is a really light gray, which goes into a baby gray, then a medium, not really a medium, but almost medium pink, and then a pumpkin orange, and then it starts to boomerang back into those grays and pinks. So you guys let me know if you have ever tried this yarn. I'm showing you the way that this has kind of been worked up. Let me know if you guys have tried this yarn at all, and if so, what color and what did you make out of it? I really, really like that rose color. I'm not a pink girly, but when it starts turning into like a coral or hot watermelon color, I'm all in. And that blouse here on the left is really, really pretty. I absolutely love that color. And I think that that color would look really pretty with the one above it, which I believe is Pavon. So yeah, that Pavon and the Stinging Rose would look nice together. I think that yellow looks nice with the ones that have the yellows in it. Yeah, these are definitely coordinating colors. There are solids for these multis. which is very cool. I really, really like that. So, okay, guys, happy crafting. Okay, so this swatch that I have done, let me get my measuring tape. I like to do longer swatches, especially when color gradients, so that we can get a really good idea of how the color works up. Now, because this is not a repeating color work, it just goes through its color cycle one time. I didn't work the entire thing up because I don't have that amount of time right now. I'm so sorry about that. My light died and my backup light is not as bright, but you can still see everything. So we have 65 stitches with a 5mm hook. Took us to just slightly over 22 inches wide. And let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 rows that have double crochets, and then we have 3 rows that have half double crochets. And that got us to just about 4 inches dead on. So this, I think, would be a really good back panel length, and you can see how the colors transition over about 2 rows, and it does transition mostly fairly gently, which I really, really like. And as you can see in the remaining part of the cake, the transition is rather gentle through most of the colors. It's not so much from this teal to this gray. I think it'd still probably work up pretty gently. Okay, I did not work a short swatch because this is a long transitioning over one whole cake of, you know, 240 yards or whatever, and that would take a long time to transition through the colors. So you get the idea through this long swatch that it would just do it over extra rows. So if you heft this to about a scarf size, about 32 stitches somewhat, that would be about 10-11 inches, then instead of it transitioning over about 2 rows, you're gonna have it transition over about 5 probably. I did not do a wash test, but there's a reason for that. One, it's cotton. It washes up pretty much the same as most cottons. But also, I believe that this is Berroco's answer to Juniper Moon Farms Cumulus. If you've ever had any of their Cumulus line, these are very, very, very similar. This is made to be like a Mako cotton. I think the Juniper Moon Farm is a little bit softer and more airy, but I think they're very, very similar, but different enough that you could justify having both in your collection, if for no other reason than the color play. The color play in this Berroco is lovely. I really liked that Cumulus, but I really, really love this Berroco Bozzolo. I think, one, it's a fun name, but I think the color play is just unmatched. I think it's absolutely beautiful. You get a lot of colors packed in this cake. So I know how that Cumulus works up, and the construction of this is very similar. This is a little tighter than that. That being looser, it still washes up real nice. It doesn't pill, it doesn't, you know, it just basically stays the way that it is. And with this being a tighter construction, that will be the same, in my opinion. So the price point for this on most websites is $17.99. I bought it for $18.99 at my LYS. The Juniper Moon Farm is about $21.99, $22, something like that. This is not a comparison video. I just wanted, if you've felt the Cumulus, to give you sort of an idea of what this feels like. This very much feels like a Mako cotton, kind of. Let me show you what the strand looks like. Let's see. Yeah, so that's like, You'll have to forgive me. My vision is very, very poor. I cannot tell. I don't think that's a chainette construction. I could be wrong. Yeah, I can't really tell. My vision's not great. So I think this is absolutely lovely. So much so that I started working it up immediately into a pattern. I do not think you would be disappointed at all. There are coordinating solids to go with it, which is great. My LYS only had a few of the variegated or ombre gradient, whatever, and a few of the solids. But I just fell in love with this one, of course, because, you know, these are Thryss colors. So, let's see. I know you can get it on quite a few different websites, so it's widely available. I'm not sure if it's a newer yarn, but I bet you whenever I showed all of the different colorways on a website that I may have said something about it then. But I highly, highly, highly recommend. I think this is an amazing yarn. I did work this with a 5mm. I think a 5mm is great. I think that when I am going to redo this, because I've decided what I'm going to be making out of this, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to actually use a 5.5mm, but I think a 5 is great. 5.5 I think is probably perfect. For me, anyway. So I think that is it. I highly recommend, 10 out of 10, do recommend. It's beautiful. I love how it transitions. So yeah, it's a great yarn. All right, everybody, I hope this helped you, and I will see you guys in the YouTube streets. Bye.